Hey everybody, I'm Go Veer, Go Home. Welcome to the Sunday Brunch Kit Builds. Every Sunday we show up. Today we are showing up a little bit earlier. That I'll get to. But we show up every Sunday and we work on kits. We do some weathering, some graffiti. I might work on the layout. This week we're doing some work because I've been working pretty hard on this paper mill area on my layout and kind of going over it. Like I put all the buildings where I wanted them to be. I kind of have a rough idea of the layout of it. So I've been kind of stepping it up and wanting to redo some of my buildings and whatnot that you might have seen in the last layout update video. So to add to that, I've got another building here. It's the craft mill. And this one was on the layout. I made it into a backdrop building. Here we are, right like this. You can obviously see there's tape on it and whatnot. I'll go over a few things that I've done with it and what I still need to do with it, because it definitely needed to be revamped. But first, yes, it's only 10:30. I'm about a half hour earlier than what I normally start. Normally start at about 11. But yeah, it's been a crazy week, so I have to end the stream early because I got some stuff I need to do before work. So I'm like, well, if I start early, I can end early, and I can still probably get roughly about the same amount of work done. Uh, Also, I got a box in the mail, so I'm going to open it. It's from James from Dundas Junction Model Railroad, so go check him out. I already know what it is, but you don't know what it is because you weren't there. He had messaged me one day because he was at, I want to say it's Tiny Railroads. I might be wrong. Hopefully he corrects me at some point if he shows up. He was at Tiny Railroads, and then he started sending me pictures, and I'm like, oh, I like that. So then he apparently got it for me. Big shout out to Dundas Junction Model Railroad. Everybody likes a cup of coffee. How about a cup of coffee out of Ontario Northland mug? And there's it's a GP 38, I want to say. Yeah, 1801. Yeah, so it's a GP 38 that's on there in the new paint scheme. That's awesome. I love it. I like the giant chevron too. Very nice. Yep. So I'm going to put that with my other mugs. I've got a few other mugs. One from Mike. That's a Mike mug. And what else do I have? I have a CN mug that my kids got me last Father's Day. And I've got a I got another mug. Why can I not remember? DJ's Trains. I also have a DJ mug that he gave me when I met him last year. So that's going to go with my cool mugs. So thanks again, James. Let's see here. So I want to say hi to everybody first. Everybody who showed up half hour early. We got Inked Rails. Brian got the cookie. And Brian Ferguson, how's it going? And Bubs, how's it going, Bubs? John and Brian was disappointed with the berry show this year. Somebody had sent me a link or a picture, I guess you could say, for somebody who was selling at the show, and they were selling Beaver Lumber decals. I need to find out who it was that has these Beaver Lumber decals because I'd like some. I want to make some custom trucks and stuff like that because I can't really find any except for the ones that people randomly send me, like this one here. Dave sent me. Whoop, Dave sent me this Beaver Lumber truck, but I wanna make some more. So I got to get those decals. GRE 2057. How's it going? And John, and other John, and Lee, and Mark, M&M Rails, Almar, good to see you. Lloyd and Dave Hughes, how's it going? Hello, everyone. So in the typical GVO Sunday Brunch Kit Build fashion, I put the link up here. If anybody wants to join, if you're working on something, just keep it train related. Actually, I totally forgot, and I had a couple of minutes. Let me do something real quick here. Sorry, because I'm running on Wi-Fi, and I don't like running on Wi-Fi. I just got to steal the Ethernet cable here from my wife's computer, and I'm going to plug it in, and that way I'll have a bit of a better things, but mostly the paper mill here. So this is only one building from the paper mill. This is the craft building, and I cut the back of it off so I can make it into a backdrop building. You can see it's wide open. I've got a light on the front of it, so all the wiring is, I tucked it up on the inside there. And I repainted the whole thing because I had a blue stripe going across the front there, but it bled a little bit and it didn't look good. So I covered up this because this was glued. I took the roof piece off of here. As you can see, I took it off, but I'm going to put some of the grip tape stuff that I use. I'm going to put that on the roofing, so you won't really see any of that mess that's on there. And just add some more pipes and whatnot. I changed the color of some of these fixtures, made them a dark green. I have to weather those. Here's another one here. This one goes here, something like that. But I might not use all of them. I'm going to use some of them, just not all of them. And we're going to make it a little bit better. Also, that keeps breaking, so I got to fix that. So I'm just going to work away at this. And I want to get this done because I've been doing a lot of stuff with the paper mill area, trying to get that all done and put together and kind of arranging stuff with it. I put another track on the side of it coming out of the paper mill today, or not today, but this past week. And you'll be able to see all the new additions to it on the March layout update that I will work on at some point when I finish all this stuff. And I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I'm going to bring up Bubs. Hey Bubs, how's it going?
Not too much, man. How can you hear me pretty good? My audio's not that bad.
Yep.
Okay.
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
What are you working on there today?
I'm gonna be deckling 1859 here.
Nice. So these are the RS18Us from Rapido.
Yes, they are.
They are some fancy locomotives. Did you have to repaint that, or did you just take the decals off the one and?
Well, actually, I have a set of highball graphic decals here for the unit.
Yeah.
I will probably just paint over that because last time I used the wash away and it sort of shined up this area, so I'm just gonna maybe paint it over with the with just some black matte from Tamiya.
Neat. Well, we'll be able to watch you doing all that. Looks like some tedious work. So
It is a little, not much though. Yeah. No, I was just having. It sounded like I was also having issues with my audio yesterday whenever I was doing my update on my
Yeah.
modules. So I had to redo my entire voiceover.
Oh, jeez. Been there.
Yeah.
It happens. It's fine because I've been filming my roster video, my update for 2024, and some of my video clips were totally fine where you could hear me talking and everything, and there was a couple where the locomotive was just too loud, so I had to throw away some of those clips and I have to redo them at some point.
So
So kind of doing a little bit as I go. It happens though.
yeah, it does. Actually, better. That's a little better. Just that it was really, really super bright, so I'm just dimming down the lights for now.
Uh, so for that expansion, I know you said it's a future project, but when do you think that will start? You're going to probably finish
That
your current module first, right?
Yes, and like I said, that's gonna be a while because, well, first off, I got a whole bunch of stuff here, and also right now, also with work and all that, how work's been, it's also depending on that too.
Yeah, yeah, you're a busy guy. So yeah, it looks really cool though, like how the whole thing is going to be on an angle. Are you expecting others to be able to connect to it as well to
Yeah.
almost kind of make like a big diamond?
Well, that's what I'm. It's not that there. I'm actually trying to make it like a Fremo section, like an actual interchange
Y-
of what it was, because I think right
Yeah.
now they've actually taken the track out of there, but I want to make it like the actual what it was between from the 80s to the 2000s.
Oh, okay.
But it would connect to other modules. The only thing is it would connect to single track Fremo modules that we run at Hotrack or any other club, because I think we're trying to also do a little bit something different. Like we
Yeah.
may be trying to start looking at maybe doing Fremo with other clubs.
Oh, neat. You guys are going to run out of room soon.
Yeah.
So you said that you're using highball graphic decals.
Yes.
Have you used like many different brands of decals? Like, do you have a favorite one that's easier to use than others, or?
I've had to tell you the truth, the microscales I do like, but the only one that does the actual different units quite a bit is Highball Graphics. So,
Yeah.
like, I did that when I redid your one ore car you got there. I remember I did that for you. That was all Highball.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
And that one turned out really good.
Okay.
Tell you, it'd be nice once I finish my paper mill section. Feels like I've been working on it forever. I also have some more trees here that I was able to get painted before winter actually started happening again. So if I have time at near the end of the show, I'll probably end up doing some more trees because not done filling out that section. So
Ah, yeah. Sorry, I'm just taking the locomotive off camera right now. 'Cause I'm just right now trying to really put it in the right position.
hey Anthony, how's it going?
Very, very fine detail.
Okay, so I did the one blue stripe just along the edge there, so we'll do the next one now. So I found out this morning that when you get the N scale version of the paper mill, you
Yep.
get 3 kits included in that one kit,
Hey,
which is crazy because I had to buy all my kits individually.
that's well. There's the ups and downs of N scale right there.
Yep.
I think that looks pretty close.
So yeah, Trackside Mike was in Ohio. It's about 2 hours for him. It was a 2 hour drive. And it's because it's a long weekend, so I guess he's not working this weekend. So yeah, he went down and he met some of the other guys down there, and they were rail fanning.
Okay. Anthony, I'm not changing the number boards on these due to the fact that these were the actual numbers that stayed with these units. So when this unit actually went over to Trillium, it still kept its same number from when it was with the
Does
Auto
that happen
Central.
often?
Actually, it does.
Is it? Yeah.
They'll keep the same number quite a bit.
Hmm.
No, Eminem loves it.
Yeah, so because with all the O&R that like because Ontario Northland
So
we bought
yeah,
a lot of old NS units and whatnot, but they
so
have a
yeah,
number scheme that they use specifically.
yes, they will try to keep to their class numbers. Like the SD70,
1700.
they will stay at that class number. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because they just added another GP40 because they had 3 at one point, but then I think 2 of them were wrecked.
Yeah.
But those were what was the number series? 16 something or 1600? No, 2200 series. And they just added 2205, which is an NS unit, I believe, which is
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah. But with the OCR, these units were like purchased from CP. So when these actually were renumbered, these were CP units.
Yeah.
Like this was their number when they were renumbered into 18Us. These were their unit
Yep.
numbers.
Neat. Less work to do then. Eh?
Oh yeah. Okay. Back off camera here for a quick second. I gotta reposition the C. And then once they're dry, I have
John says
to.
the logos also still have kept the CP rail Helvetica font for the numbers.
Yep. Well, these two actually are different. These are how they were with the Ottawa Central. So one was bold and one was the normal number board. So these two actual units are different like that, and that's how it's kept. I should actually show you a unit here that someone else has done for me. If he's not, but he's not on today. But he did a fantastic job with it.
I didn't see him. I didn't see him in the chat there.
I know. So, like I said, this is a surprise. Oh, and there he is.
Hey
No,
Perry.
Perry, I did not. I am going to take the solvent though to it there to make sure that the decal is on. But no, I have not done a gloss coat. But I am showing some work that has been done by a certain someone who did a fantastic job with these units.
I gotta let that dry now.
So yeah, Chris, if you want to take a look.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here, let me go full screen for you. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, Perry. Like I know I said that, but I I didn't have anything else to do for this for brunch build, so I'm sorry. He was good. He actually wanted to do my decals.
Uh,
I'm sorry
yeah, it
about that,
looks good.
Perry. But yeah, Perry did a super fantastic job with this unit, with these two units. He's actually got a third one of mine getting worked on right now. Like I said, if you guys want your units done, talk to Perry. He'll get in contact with you, and he will give you a price. Yeah, Anthony, this is Perry's work. Uh-oh. I gotta try and put that back in. This popped out on me. Which for some reason it can't get back in. It doesn't want to sit back in the hole. This tension.
Oh, you're talking about the handrails?
Yeah. I'm trying to push it back down to the holes, but they don't want to go.
What did I do with?
And then they popped right back out with it. Um, I may only just do the nose on this and the rear hood OC, but probably what I will do, Perry, is let you put on the Ottawa Central since I sort of hiccuped the first one, if that's okay.
Yeah, doing the
So,
decals are difficult.
yeah, yeah, I'm only gonna do the nose and the rear, and I'll probably have Perry put on the actual Ottawa Central because that the last one I did, it's sort of one of them sort of curved up on me, but
Oh, really?
yeah. But there is something I am going to do with these units right now. I just got to get up from my spot and grab Oop, something fell in my sink. I better go quickly check on that. Yeah, you can take me off full screen there, Chris, for a second.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I forget.
Oh, oh. Something I did notice when Rapido did come out with these was that they left all the glass clear for the class lights.
The classification lights?
Yes.
Don't they? What do you mean that they're clear? Like, don't they light
They're
up?
colored. Yes, they do. They're colored the right way, but in real life, The lenses are actually colored.
Oh, it's the lenses that are colored. What do they put? Colored LEDs?
Yes, but with
Okay.
colored LEDs and yeah, as you can see, they're clear. But what I do is I just take a permanent statler that I have here, and I just do some of the glass a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Perry's asking what you're doing today, Chris.
I'm working on the craft mill for the paper mill. I've got a couple of kits still to finish for that. But now that I know where everything is going and all the track is down now and I'm starting to do more of the scenery stuff for it, I'm trying to just pull it all together now, you know. Here's the craft building that I'm working on currently. I did some nice blue striping on there. Nothing too crazy, you know. I gotta wait for it to dry and then I'll remove the tape. But I've got this big hole here that I cut into it. It's not supposed to be there, but I did it because I do stuff like that. And then I'm supposed to have a conveyor come out, but I wanted to give it a nicer look. So I have this. These are like receiving doors from a Walther's kit, right? That goes around the receiving door. So I just cut the legs off of one of them, or like the downsides of one, and I'm making a big square piece. I just gotta glue it together, and just like that, and that'll make a better, cleaner portal where I can put my elevator going right through that, and it'll just give it a cleaner look. I obviously got to
Yeah.
paint it and whatnot, but
Mm, yeah. To Anthony's question, that's what Perry. That I believe the same thing as Perry. I think it's just run through lease power.
for what?
Anthony was asking. Now seeing more CP rail consist with CSX here in Jersey. Wonder why? I'd say it's just lease power, like borrowing power, keeping the power on the same train that gets switched over from crews because they do that a lot up here, like from Montreal to the United States. CSX brings their power, like brings a CN train up here, but it's CSX power. It's known as CN
How's it going,
328
Chris?
and 327, but it transfers down to the United States via Valleyfield, but it's CSX power there. Thank you, Alphonse.
See,
You can thank Perry
thanks a
though
lot.
for the weathering job that he did on this one.
Scott Rails, how's it going? Scott's recently redoing his layout. It's looking good.
Oh,
I think we've all been there once or twice. Me, like 5 times.
I still don't
It
have a layout.
happens.
I don't have a layout. I got modules.
Yeah, but your layout, quote unquote layout, changes every single month, and you never have to worry about, maintenance of the whole thing. You just, you take care of your stuff.
Yeah, true. Uh,
There's pros and cons to belonging to a club as well.
true. Uh, Anthony, I believe we do have a few refineries up here.
Which refinery was he referring to?
I don't know because he's been talking about seeing CP unit trains down through New Jersey. I'm just
Yeah.
saying it could be run power and all that. Like I know that 528 runs into Albany, New York. That's a heavy ethanol train. I do know there are quite a few refineries in Canada, just not as many as the states.
Yeah, it depends on the industry, right?
Hmm.
This kit has a lot of small pieces to it. And when I say
Does
small,
it?
I mean like ladders and pipes and all that. Yeah, the building itself is like just tall walls, but
Hmm.
yeah. So, well, for me, I've got a full ethanol plant, and then I've got well, it's a paper mill, but it's pulp and paper. So, yeah, I've got all that, and then and of course, I've got just a bunch of small industries as well.
Yeah. Anthony Chris has a ethanol refinery on his layout. Uh,
I'm gonna redo how I'm laying that out though, but I also
oh,
want to, because right now I have them. My buildings are glued to foam core. What I want to do
uh,
is I want to lay
what
out
about the
a
train?
sheet of masonite, and I want to glue the buildings to masonite instead.
Okay. So what about where your track plan is though for the refinery?
That I can leave it as is, because that if I remove that, it'll have a new placement on the new
Ah,
on a new layout. But the buildings themselves, I'll have them so that they fit together kind of like a puzzle, kind of like how I have it right now.
Yeah.
But it'll be easier to maintain the area around the actual building if I attach it to masonite, and it'll give it a bit more weight. So I'm gonna
Okay.
redo that top section there, but at least I have a rough idea of how I want to, lay it out and whatnot. So it's a
Oh,
start.
definitely.
Ladder number one.
Yeah, I did actually
There's
go. Oh, sorry.
oh no, I was gonna say because Floyd said Sarnia, Ontario has a refinery.
Yeah, that's
I was looking
isn't that a
at
trackside might work?
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure where he works, but
Ah,
Canfor is in Mississauga, which is a pulp mill. It's either pulp and paper or pulp something pulp mill.
yeah.
And then obviously there used to be a. I don't know if it. I don't think it's still functioning, but there was a steel mill in Hamilton.
That is still running. That steel
Is
mill
it
is
still
still
running?
going strong. Oh yes.
Because I know that James said that he used to work there, and they got rid of their blast furnace or something like that. I think it was, or one of.
I'm pretty sure there's still quite a few steel mills in Hamilton.
Ah. I also have a steel mill, but I haven't added it to my layout yet
Yeah.
because there's no room. But I want to keep that for the future because I knew that if I didn't get that kit series, then I would miss out.
Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure
And I'd have
Stelco is still operating.
Stelco, yeah.
Yeah, that's the main steel mill in Hamilton.
Uh, what did I use? Bright yellow. Use bright yellow.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that would be cool, Scott. The steel mills are massive. Like I've got all my buildings for my steel mill. They're in my back workshop that I never work in, and I've got a 10-foot long counter there, and they all fit along there. But as far as track, I mean, you could probably do like a main line there, but it's tough, and that's 10 feet. So yeah, I don't know. It would be tough to do a steel mill in a smaller area. I mean, you could really downsize it a lot, but even that, you're like still cramming things in.
Oh yeah.
It's always good to research the areas that you're modeling,
Oh yeah.
especially if you're not too sure what to model. And then that way it'll help you decide what cars you need and what locomotives run in that area, especially if you're just starting out, right? Like there's so
Oh,
much to
definitely.
choose from. So, yeah. Or if you just like collecting a little bit of everything, that's cool too.
True. True. Well, that's why I really have like, especially with that one module there, like what we were talking about just a few minutes ago. I'm really trying to get into details. Like whenever I get a chance, I always go back there, take shots, take pictures. I use satellite photos to see what I can do to it. Because there's a lot there in such a little area.
Yeah. And the bigger the industry, the more details that you're going to need, right? Like I've been looking
Yeah.
at a lot of paper mills and pulp mills and whatnot, and even looking at like satellite images, it really doesn't do it justice. It's very hard to, see certain things or, make certain things out. But with major tanks and buildings and whatnot, you can kind of get an idea of what color at least to use on certain things. And then I make a
Yeah.
list. For me, it's like buildings are like a main whitish tan color, which okay, I can do that, no problem. A lot of them have like blue striping, and that's why I use some of this blue here, just for highlights. It's a tropical blue, so I can lighten or darken that, but I added a nice blue stripe to one of my office building there, my main distribution building, and it looks all right.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit to get it done, but yeah, you make notes like, okay, well, a lot of the piping is going to be yellow, so now I'm painting some of this piping here yellow before I attach it to my tanks and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you can kind of go
Uh,
through and
oh, Perry, are you talking? Did you just send me something now? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm using my phone as my camera right now. I have not been able to check, and if I try to check, it's going to cut me out of the stream.
yeah, that's a good idea, Anthony. You could take a lot of the same buildings that were produced for, certain things. Like in your case, you said you took the paper mill and turned it into a brewery. And, adding a couple of things like a water tower and, a few other detail parts, and you could definitely change up the entire look of it just by using the main structure.
Oh, definitely. All right. I just need to take a really up close. Oh,
For me, I turned most of my kits into backdrop buildings to reduce the amount of space that's taken up. But then I also made them longer so that it would fill up more lengthwise than depthwise. I know it sounds more weird than, I'm just bad at explaining things, that's all. But
I think Perry sent me a photo of what he's been doing so far with my stuff. Hmm. Yeah, I'll let you know after, Perry. So, Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, freelance in some cases can be even more difficult than just doing, following the normal rules of the railroad.
Oh yeah.
Because, you almost have to create your own backstory and all that as well for whatever you're doing. We had Split Rock on here not too long ago, and he's like he's the freelance guru basically at this point, where he has his own locomotive roster that he's painted in his own paint scheme, and yeah, he follows a very specific set of rules for his individual layout that he's kind of pulled together and set himself.
Yeah. And I think with Dave with his Island Railroad, like he says, I think he's leaving the CP locomotives as is, but I think he was going to try and rust up all the box cars and all that because since CP no longer transfers to the island.
Yeah. Well, also because some of it is, seaside there, right? It being an island. Um, all the salt water in the air and whatnot would do wonders to those boxcars.
Well, to every car on that, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Nice and gentle with the solve set. Now this is the part that really takes patience. All right, that one's done. Now for the other side. Okay. Now that's gonna settle. It is very quiet right now on the chat.
I think I was focusing too much.
I
I'm
think we
painting a
both are.
little pipes. Whoop. Break this off of here. Much easier. Hey, Willow Creek, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Well, I'm working on a kit, and Bubs is doing some decal work.
Yeah. The rest of them I'm going to leave for Perry to complete for me because the big logo, I had issues last time.
The one on the side?
Yeah. One curved up on me.
No. Oh, jeez.
A little. Just a little. You can barely tell, but just a little. So I'll let Perry do that part. Okay, there's that. Ugh.
This is nice because I don't normally get to sit down and do work like this, during the week or whatever. So that's why I always try to do some of the stuff on the Sunday build because it helps to keep things moving along here.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, you get so many extra pieces with these as well. And I just collect all of them in the box. And then when I come back and I do all my detailing like I'm doing now, I can
Yeah.
go through here and be like, okay, so do I need some air conditioning units? Do I need, other vents and stuff like that? And I can just pick through my box here of air
Bits.
conditioners and whatnot. And yeah, so it's helpful.
Oh, it is.
So already all like I pre-build them all, but I collect them and put them in the thing. Some of them don't really work for what I'm doing, so then I have to, look for other alternatives at that point, but at least I know I've got a whole box full if need be.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I've tried a couple of different brands of decals, and I don't know if it's because microscale seems to be too thin, but I've had microscales rip on me so easy. Where highball, I really like using highball ones. They're really nice.
Ah.
I have buildings to work on, but what's the point if tracks aren't down yet? Well, a lot of people will take a like a footprint, like maybe like you take a piece of cardboard and you can mark out the footprint, or some buildings have a base to them where you can always take those out of the box and set them on your layout so that you know roughly where or how much space you'll need. Especially if you're a visual person like me, like I'm very visual. So I need to see the building and whatnot, where it's going to go and how much clearance I have. But yeah, some buildings you kind of have to wait until you're at that certain point on the during the build of your actual layout to say, okay, this is going to
Yeah,
be here 100%, and this goes like this will look like this, and I'll be able to make it this company, so I need it to be this color, and these are all the parts I need.
this is definitely the hardest part, though, especially with deckling. Come on, get back in there. It does like to move on you sometimes.
Yeah, oh yeah. If it hasn't settled yet.
Yeah.
Also, if anybody's looking for any steel mill kits, I have a friend who's selling his steel mill. So let me know, reach out, let me know if you are looking for a steel mill plant. I know it'll help out my buddy because he's looking to buy some other stuff that's also, expensive. So he wants to sell the one thing to get other things and et cetera, et cetera.
Is that Mike?
No, it's another guy named Chris.
Oh, okay.
Not me, Chris, but another Chris. I'm not sure how many of the steel mill buildings he has. I think he has at least 3 or 4 of them.
Hmm.
Yeah, Dave always makes a paper footprint. Yeah, it's helpful, right? It's, it'll save you from buying something that might be too big, or might not be the right fit for what you're trying to fill out. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to see what your options are.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm going to take the tape off of this now, and hopefully I didn't mess up.
Well, I got the O in between the extension ladder. That was hard.
And it doesn't look terrible, which is
Oh,
all we're all really trying to do, is make it not look terrible.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's a tough call, Brian. LRC cars or steel mill? If you can only get one. So you'll be waiting a good 5 to 10 years for the next run of LRC cars. Market's already flooded with them, but
Yeah,
who knows? The
unless
tooling is still good,
that's
apparently.
yeah, but will they make another run? That's the other thing. I thought that was the last run, even though the tooling's still good.
Personally, there was over 100 different numbers, and they've only used probably about 50 of the numbers. So there's still lots more cars that they could do. It's just
Yeah,
whether or not they want to do it.
that is true. Not only that, do they want to do, say, some of the special run cars like the actual Bell Wi-Fi car?
Yeah. No, it depends
Because
on
then
how
they have,
far off the building is, right?
well, that, but as well, especially when it comes to something like that, you got to get the licensing agreement to display it as well.
True. So I'm really hoping that they do some of the wrapped Go Transit cars, because that would be neat. I know they're not right now. At least they haven't announced any, but it would still be
Mm.
cool. Yeah, that looks way cleaner. Pretty happy with that. So I'll have to spray that stuff. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is the four, 4 and 2.
Okay. Alrighty. One more deco for now with this unit, and then I'll put the solvent stuff on once it's dry. And then I'm going to put these guys away for now. And I may pull out my and I'm probably going to pull out my SD60s and change the couplers on that. Because I still haven't done that yet, and that's something I've been wanting to do for a while, is change the couplers on the SD60.
Yeah, I think I have to invest in like a number of couplers, like like the box of couplers, just to
Yeah.
update a bunch of stuff. It's a lot of work.
It is. Whew, that was close. Turn back around, turn back around. Come on. Come on.
So if anybody is wondering what I'm doing, I've got this grip tape stuff. Been doing this with all my buildings. When you buy it, you get a big long sheet like this, and this is what normally you put on top of a skateboard. That's actually the size of a skateboard right there, and it goes right on top. And that's basically how the board sticks to your feet. But it's also like sandpaper. It's gritty, and it has a sticky backing to it. So if I cut it to the correct size, basically what happens is that it looks like tar, the tar stuff on the rooftop. So I use it on my roof. Okay, and that should be length there. Okay, cool. So the 4 and 2 lines.
Okay. So there's that. So the O's dry. Now I can actually add the solvent. I gotta wait for the C to dry though. Push down on the corners.
2.
Okay, push that C up a little bit. Go. Let that sit for now. And ooh, that's sitting. I gotta go grab my Auroras. And hey, Mike, I go HO trains.
Hey, Mike.
I'm gonna go grab those Auroras right now. Get ready to do some coupler changing. These I gotta dig for too. Yep, I buried them too.
Isn't that always the way?
Yep.
So I'm really hoping that I cut this correctly and all my measurements are accurate. And I should be able to stick this right down. And it should cover this entire top part here. I hope.
Yeah. Okay. You hope.
I hope. My fingers are crossed. Okay, should I start at this end? Probably. Okay. So besides working it down into the corner a little bit here, it seems to fit pretty good.
Just give me a sec, Chris. I'll be right back.
So there you go. It looks as how it's supposed to. I'm supposed to also have... No, these don't go here. Oh, it's those yellow ones that I was just painting. Supposed to have some yellow pipes here, but they are drying right now. So I will add those after. Thanks, John. And you know what? It's like very minimal on right here. And there's just a little bit of hangover there, but the knife just makes quick work of that. I'm able to level it all out there. My tape was getting in the way because I have my wiring taped up on the inside because I've got one of these gooseneck lamps here. I just got to be very careful I don't break that because they are breakable.
All right, put 2 of these units back.
I'm also going to want to do something with this here, but the thing is that I have to put, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these tanks on here, and then the piping for said tanks has to go up against the wall here. So planning this is going to be tricky, but should be okay.
You got to get her done. You got to get her done.
That's right. That's right. Also, I don't want to put this in here yet because of how I have to get this building into the section. It does take a little bit of shifting to get in there. So once it's in place, I can, at that point, put this back in here.
Look who just arrived.
Oh, Kyle.
Trackside Mike.
Just kidding. Well, Kyle too, but yeah. And Trackside Mike has.
How's Ohio? Oh, Mike. You must have just got back. Yeah, he actually went to a virtual rail fan location.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw him hanging out with some of the other YouTubers there.
Oh, did you actually see him online?
Well, just from videos that were posted, not from the actual rail fan cam or whatever it's called.
Ah.
Yeah, I missed the cam part.
Yeah, same. Well, I already saw Mike on VR when he was live streaming. I saw him in Fourth Dimension back in January.
Yeah.
Watching him at the same time on Facebook Messenger, and then at the same time watching him pass by the virtual railfan booth while he's live streaming.
That guy's everywhere.
I know. He just doesn't stop.
No. He's gonna have to get his own camper van soon and do what Scale Trains did, but just go on the road and then just put a big trackside mic picture on the side of the camper van.
Oh boy.
Coming to a city near you.
Yeah. Oh, I actually did get to see. I saw Lauren's new truck on Facebook.
Big Blue? You saw Big Blue?
Yeah, I saw his new rig.
Nice.
I'm glad he went with a full crew.
Yeah, I think he'll need that. I'm gonna do some trees because I think we got about a half hour left here. So I'm gonna do some trees because I really need to do some trees.
Okay.
Also, most of the stuff that I painted here, I need it to dry anyways. So
Yeah. And I gotta start pulling these out. But as well, I gotta do this last little bit of solvent on this locomotive and let it dry as I'm about to work on my three SD60s.
yeah, he does need a big OVR logo on the back window there. I wonder because Brian Ferguson, he did my Go Veer Go Home for my back window. If I wonder if he'll do one for Lauren. And then if he needs me to
Well,
put it
that's
on,
the
I'm
thing.
really good at doing it.
Well, I don't know if that would be good because doesn't Lauren use that for his truck for other stuff other than OVR?
Nope. No, it's the work truck.
Oh, okay. If it's the work truck, yes. I don't think he needs to get a yellow sticker though for it, eh?
The yellows? Well, I don't know if
Uh,
you would do yellow. Well, I mean, the yellow with the blue would look really good. Or the
no, no,
gold.
no, 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 no. Some people know what I'm talking about. The little yellow sticker in the corner of your window. Some people know what I'm talking about here.
I do not.
Okay. As,
Oh, Mike
oh,
said, does
okay.
MJ have a
Good.
weight?
Good. He does not. Good. Okay. Good. So yeah, actually, Perry also did my SD60s for me, and as well, he did these little cards to go with them.
Oh, neat. Yeah, Perry's a 10 out of 10 when it comes to doing all that stuff.
Oh, he is
When you have like when he services your loco, he literally does a what are
a
those cards called
90-day
again?
inspection. A
Yeah,
90-day inspection,
literally a 90-day inspection sheet.
and they will be in his shop.
I guess that means he's getting that import soon, eh? If he's got his new truck now.
Oh,
And we know what that means, right?
yeah,
P42. P42.
yeah, yeah. I'm getting mine from someplace else though. But it's only the
Eh,
silver ones that
no
are coming in,
difference.
right? It's only the silver ones that are coming in.
Just the love the way. Yeah, just the love the way. Apparently they're being delivered in sets of 3. So You're getting the love the way this time, and then either the blue or the green next time, and then either the blue or the green, whatever's left in the last lot.
Mm.
I don't think anybody's actually seen my whole forest section yet since I've been doing all these trees, which will be kind of neat to show. You'll be like, Chris, that looks like a totally different section on your layout. And I'll be like, I know, right? Because it definitely looks totally different. I kind of almost want to insist that you get super trees and redo the entire Algonquin with super trees just because they look so good. Yours already looks great, but it could look like, even better with super trees.
Yeah, but the thing is with the trees, like the trees may fall apart from me transporting my stuff left, right, and center.
I guess. I mean, if you keep them under a certain height, which you can definitely do, then you might not have as much of an issue. I don't know. Just a suggestion.
No, that's fair.
They do look good, though.
Okay, put the box back in. Whoa! Oh no, where'd that piece go? Oh no 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 no!
Did you drop a piece?
Oh yeah, it flew out of my tweezers.
Oh, yeah, I hate that when that happens. Hey, Heath, how's it going? Heath is working on the railroad. Well, his railroad, anyways. Oh, yeah, let's hit that one more time. Yeah, I'm glad I just went with the hairspray technique because honestly, dipping in glue and all that stuff sounds really messy and time consuming. I'm just knocking these trees out of the park here. And I think in total so far, without going through like all the little stuff, I got about
Yeah.
60 trees from that one box.
Oh
It was
wow,
$40. Yeah.
nice.
And some of them are like really, really tall too. Like they're good height.
Yeah.
So lots of background filler and then foreground, like the thicker stuff, like something like this here. I got a bunch of these. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
You can't see that. But yeah, it's a bigger tree. So yeah, I've been having a good time doing this, and I'm excited to do more because yeah, it's fun. I still want to see what Mike did with his. I don't know what he's done with his yet.
We'll see. Okay, one coupler done. Put that in the little case.
Mike, are you home now, or are you still out in Ohio?
Out and about.
Causing trouble?
Whew, I almost lost a screw there. Oh, he's home.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess he did just a day trip of it, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Big tree, big tree. I'll do this one. Hey, New Haven, how's it going? Yeah, I was working on my paper mill, or part of my paper mill here earlier, and I was talking about how the N scale version of the paper mill that Walthers offers comes with 3 kits in one box, where I basically had to buy everything separately, which is kind of nutty, but I guess that's one of the benefits for doing N scale versus HO scale kit series like that. They do it all as one set, which I think is kind of neat. If you water these trees, will they grow a bit? I hope so. But like at the same time, hopefully they don't overtake my layout.
Well, that's the other thing, Mike. First we find out from you. That way, there to see if it works, and then we can get Chris to do them.
Yeah. See, I've been putting these in real soil, so we'll see what sprouts up. You want some real trees on your layout? We'll put some real trees on your layout.
Okay. Well, that's one locomotive done.
The Daytona 500 is postponed until tomorrow.
Oh, wow. That's a first.
Do we know why? Do we know why it's postponed?
Rain delay.
Rain. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, the race hasn't started yet. The race won't start till like later in the afternoon. Okay. So one locomotive done. Put that back in its box. So what? The hairspray just helps pick it.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, when you spray the tree, it just catches.
Now that I did
And
not
then I
know.
spray it
'Cause I
again.
actually thought it was, I actually did not know that. I thought you'd always use glue.
There's a couple of different versions of this, but I find that this is like the easiest, right? I have my little spray booth here, my little, and I use the word spray booth loosely because it's just a cardboard box that I've got set up. But yeah, I just, I give them a spray, sprinkle on some of the good stuff, spray it again, and it holds it. I let them sit for an hour or two, and then they're good to go on the layout.
Huh.
Probably doesn't take that long for it to dry. I make sure that it. And if I need to go over them again, I'll give them another spray and whatnot. But
No,
yeah, I
that's
think it would
fair.
take way longer to do the water and the glue. The other thing is that when you do the water with the glue, just so that I'm giving a bit more information, when you're doing the water with the glue, it soaks the whole thing, and the wood itself, or whatever, sea foam or whatever it's called, it absorbs that glue and the water, and it helps to preserve the actual wood. I'm calling it wood. I don't
Oh,
think it's actually, but yeah, it helps to preserve it so it lasts longer. But
okay.
for me, I don't have to worry about them lasting a lifetime. It's like, sure, I would probably take them with me if I move to a different house and all that stuff, if I need to do a new layout or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Locomotive number.
yeah, they don't need to last a million lifetimes here.
I actually do like these Aurora miniature coupler boxes. They're actually really nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those 60-foot box cars will be showing up in April. I'm excited for those.
Are you now?
Gonna get me some blues. Yep. And it's such a nice blue color too. The GATX. Oof.
Yeah. The leasers.
I like to add a bit of color. Is this the darker? Yeah, it's the darker. That's the lighter. Next tree. GATX, baby.
Geez, the front coupler is a lot easier than the back coupler sometimes. Oh, Mike's already with the slug set and the P42.
Yep. Yeah. The Jeeps.
Oh, I got a funny feeling once I get those there, I got a certain member's gonna definitely want to weather those bad boys up.
Are you getting the Jeep nines?
I'm getting a mother and slug, and I'm getting one more wet noodle with ditch lights as the road switcher, so that you can use it as a road switcher and as a yard slug.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. See, because I've been like thinking about it. I'm like, what do I get? What do I get? But apparently, um, the so between the noodle and the zebra, because like I'm more of a zebra guy myself.
yeah,
The zebra's never had the slug,
now
which kind
some
of
of them
sucks.
now do. Well, actually, some of them now are attached to mother and slug units.
Are they those specific ones?
Some of them, yes, but but the like they would be attached as extra power to a mother and slug.
Yeah. I'm just very much like, well, do I get two of the zebras and that's it, or do I get a noodle with a slug and then
Well,
a
the
zebra
noodles are
extra?
still running today. That's the thing. The
Yeah,
noodles still
I'm
run
not as
today.
crazy about the noodles.
Oh, yeah. The only difference is with the noodles is they do have a beacon. They have beacons all. Well, some of them do. Like the mother and slug units have beacons.
Yeah, and don't they have that whole switching mode or whatever? And
Yes, the belt with the belt pack.
I wonder if they'll all have that. Yeah, the belt pack. That's what I meant. Yeah,
Uh,
I wonder if
apparently it's
they'll
only
have
going to be
the
on.
belt pack.
I think it's only going to be on the mother and slug unit.
That's a
The
pain.
thing that does when it does the belt pack callouts.
So maybe I have to get like literally one of each. So I'll get one zebra and then a mother and slug, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, because they a lot of them do run like that this day and age.
All I know is that I could probably use that with like my paper mill and whatnot. Are they put? Do you know if they're putting the that keep alive or staying alive or whatever they call it
Yeah,
in
I
those?
believe they are putting the Mopower in there.
Low power. Hey Dwight, how's it going? I think Mike wants like 12.
Mike wants the whole family. You know how.
Well, if I can't just get one, it'll be lonely. That's my excuse, anyway.
That is true. That is true.
It'll be lonely. It'll be sad.
Uh,
Okay, yeah. I've seen a couple before, and I might have even passed some when I was on my way home from OBR one time. I think I had seen some. GP40. Well, oh, are you talking about in that greenish? No, aren't those different?
that GP40-3, that
Yeah,
Dash 3 with slug.
I seen that in the intermodal yard in Brampton there.
Yeah, that I think that one stays around Mac and Brampton and that.
One more tree. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can fit 11 on this thing? Okay. Sure, why not?
Yowzers.
Isn't that how you are supposed to buy locomotives? Usually, I mean, if you're James, you definitely buy 2 or more of a kind. For me, some of them just look better when they run in pairs, you know? Jeep, well, mostly Jeep 40s and whatnot, back to back. Jeep 9s, Jeep 7s. And then there's
RSAT.
certain, yeah. And then there's some that look really good as like a set of 3. Like if you get a slug, you need a logo on each end, I think.
Yep.
Personally. It looks weird if you don't. Again, that might just be me. But even when you have like an FP unit, right? FPA, or FP9 or F7, you need to have a B unit as well.
Yeah.
So you have an AB or an ABA or an ABBA, something like that. It just looks better. And that's
It
my
does.
excuse. And
The only ones that look good on by themselves are F40s, unless they're pulling a nice long consist, which is the Canadian.
That's true. But usually there's two F40s pulling.
2 to 3.
2 to 3, yeah. Sometimes they'll do 3. There, I did 11 trees. That was my thing for today. 11 trees.
I am on my 3rd loco here. Ooh, careful.
See, I think a Gevo and some of the bigger locomotives, like the Max and whatnot, they look good as a single unit just because it's so big, right? But then, when you get into the smaller units like the Jeep 9s, Jeep 40s, Jeep 38s, they just look better in sets of 2.
Well, yeah, but of course with the heavier units, they're either most of them nowadays are distributed power, so you only sometimes see a single unit up front, whereas the other
Yep,
unit
and then
is mid-train.
yeah, either mid or I've seen them also at the end of the train too.
Yeah, that too.
So they've got that whole push-pull way about them. I feel like I've accomplished a lot today. I got those trees done, and I've got, well, if it didn't all of a sudden become winter again, I would have been able to spray another 15 at least. I've got a bunch more out on the layout right now that are ready to be sprayed. I've straightened them out and everything, and they're good to go, but some of them just need to be sprayed still.
Yeah, just once I get this last coupler on, I'll turn my camera around and we'll wrap up. I think, if that's okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's it's about that hour, right?
Yeah.
I'm just taking a look to see what's dry here, and like these are all dry, so I can finally snip this. Yes, that's good. That's good.
Knocked my camera a little bit there. My bad. Coupler number 5. Actually, I'm just about done with the last coupler here too. Nice. Still got time.
Cool. Okay, this piping is done here too. I just got to do the walkway for this, but I think that I misplaced those parts, so I'm gonna have to go find those at some point.
Oh. Ah, ouch. Coupler box back in.
Okay, wrap things up.
Just give me a minute.
Are you still struggling with that?
Yeah, it's the last coupler. It's always the last cup. It's the back couplers I find that they're a little bit more finicky to change than the fronts.
While you're doing that, I'm going to just show the next lot of trees here. That's a lot of trees. And a lot of these are really tall, so that's good. They're going to fill out a good portion. I've got a little bit more to do. So I think the one box is good for that entire corner, but I'll probably need a second box, I'm sure, to fill out more. So thanks, Dwight. Yeah, super trees are definitely the way to go with filling out areas.
I'm still here. Just give me a second. But I did get that last coupler on.
Can't see the blue striping. It's really hard to see, but there is blue striping there.
It looks good.
Can you see my forest? So because of the way my camera is right now, it's on like a 6 foot long cable, and it's about 20 feet that way. So it probably wouldn't work out at this moment in time, Floyd. But I'll be putting out a layout update first week of March. But what I can show you, because I've been working on my Loco roster update, is this right here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's right in front of the forest, or part of it anyways, obviously, because that's like the very end. But yeah, so I'll be adding more trees to that, but that's basically what I'm at so far. So it'll fill out more once I get these in there. Just got to wait for them to dry.
Well, it's
And
looking good. I can tell you that right now.
well, yeah,
It's looking really good.
you've seen the whole thing. Like I took a picture of it and I sent it to you, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. So it's getting there, but just like everything else, right? You got to kind of chip away at it and just progress and progress, and do a little
Yep,
bit more each day, right?
exactly.
I don't. I can't pop out as many trees as I'd like to at one given time because of the fact that I paint them outside. So when it's too cold, obviously paint doesn't dry properly. In certain weather. So we had a mild spurt, which was about 2 weeks worth of mild last week, and then we just got hit with winter again for the second time, and it just got stupid cold outside. And
Oh yeah. I'm under snow squall warning right now.
oh, well, that's cool too. But
And I'm
yeah,
pretty sure Mikey's getting hit hard too right now with a snow squall.
I think it was colder yesterday where he was, especially with that wind, and because he was out
Yeah,
in the
but
open too. So
yeah, there's that, but I think he got hit hard with snow squall down in Sarnia.
yeah, well, either way, it happens. But just kind of
It does.
chipping away. I do most of my painting in the summertime because I don't like painting inside. My wife complains. She says it smells bad, and she's right, obviously. But what are you to do? I can't stop with certain things, and I gotta, obviously, I wanted to prep a bunch of these for today so that I'd be able to do them on the live. So I'm glad I saved some for the show today. So, but we'll get some more done, and of course I'll have to do more work on the paper mill too. I think I'll end up having to do a show out there once the paper mill's in place, and then I'll be able to weather it and add a lot of these detail parts to it while it's on the layout. So might be a bit easier out there than in here. So we'll do that 1 week as well. But other than that, Bubs, do you have any more videos coming out? I know you just put out a layout update for your modules, but do you have anything else coming out?
Uh, Not at the moment. I do got some stuff other than the layout tour that I put out and my actual module. I may put out maybe one or two this week. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I do got to finish up the stats though for the club
Mm-hmm.
because I got to put in all the table and everything and how many trains were ran and all that. Like I still got to finish that up. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping to get that done hopefully tomorrow because
Mm-hmm.
I'm so busy this afternoon.
Yeah, it happens.
But
It happens.
I may have a video or two there coming up. I don't know. We'll see.
Nice. Okay. Well, other than that, I know I have, like I said, the roster video for 2024. That's, I mean, within the next week or two. I think I'm waiting on the P42. I
Yep.
think I might need that P42, and then I'll do or I'll be able to finalize it and post it at that point. Other than that, layout update probably first week of March as well. We will be over on I want to say Trackside Mike's channel tomorrow night. Mike, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's your channel that we're on.
I think it is. I think, yeah, because James was last week. James was last week.
So then it would be Mike for sure tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we were just on Dave's channel on Thursday, so we'll be on Mark's channel this Thursday. Dwight, are you doing a live later? I know that you've been doing a lot of lives Sunday afternoon. So for those of you, who want to see some more trains, go over to at 1 o'clock. Perfect. So stick around. Go hang out with Dwight. I have some grocery shopping to do, so I gotta go do that before I start work. But other than that, yeah. Oh, thanks again to James Dundas Junction for the sweet mug, Ontario Northland mug. I love that. I'm gonna go have some hot chocolate because it's cold out. When is the P42 going to be at OVR? I'm pretty sure now that Lauren has his new truck, he's going to pick up that import. Whether he already has or he's doing it today, I don't know. Probably today. So, give him a week to get through it. So by the end of this week, hopefully they're on the website, and you know how they roll. They call all the pre-order guys first. If you pre-ordered, a week or two. Okay, yeah. So give it a week or so, right? And then I'm sure that they'll have theirs. I'm excited. I'm very excited, but I got to be patient, right? So, But yeah. Other than that, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll be back next Sunday as well for more Brunch Build, and we'll see you then. Thanks again, Bubs, for joining. Great work today.
Anytime. Thank you. Have a good one, everyone.
Have a good day, everybody.